KZN Cogta official accused of pitting Ngizwe against Zuma. Durban, the KwaZulu-Natal Cooperative Government and Traditional Affairs Head of Ministry, Lindo Kuhle, has been accused of pitting former Ukhozi FM personality Ngizwe against former President Jacob Zuma. Mchunu and Zuma, who were once close friends, have allegedly not been on good terms recently. It is alleged that Mchunu was poached by Zulu to disturb the election campaign of parties that were regarded as a threat to the ANC as the party battles to retain power after the May 29th elections. Sources in Umkhonto weSizwe Party MKP and the ANC said Xulu was allegedly given 15 million to counter the EFF and MKP election campaigns in KwaZulu-Natal. Insiders in the party say the idea came after Zuma appeared to have gained support from traditional leaders who had, on several occasions, gathered in his homestead in Kandla after the launch of the MKP. Mchunu has been a staunch supporter of Zuma and was arrested for allegedly instigating the violence that led to the devastating civil unrest after Zuma's arrest in 2021. The sources, who prefer to remain anonymous, said Xulu, who is also an ANC activist and a traditionalist, was identified as the right person to devise strategies to woo traditionalists back to the ANC, and he identified Mchunu as a useful tool. It was believed that Mchunu was the man for the job after he proclaimed himself as the president of the traditionalist Amabinqa. In a video clip that has trended since Saturday, an unknown person blasted Xulu and Mchunu for organizing a Maskandi event on Saturday at People's Park in Durban, which was the day MKP was launching its manifesto in Gauteng. The man said he had received information from credible sources that Mchunu's event was organized to sabotage the MKP manifesto launch to prevent people from attending the manifesto. The man added that initially the event was planned for Gauteng, but they had failed to get a venue and therefore had ended up in Durban. The rumors that Mchunu was being used by the ANC grew stronger after his meeting with President Cyril Ramaphosa, who was said to have planned to speak at Mchunu's event on Saturday. People close to Mchunu said the president ended up not coming because people had arrived late and the president had other commitments. Mchunu, Xulu and ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula were spotted together on Friday. The man on the video said he has received information that Xulu had allegedly paid Mchunu 3 million rand to hire artists for an event on February 10th, the same day the EFF were launching its manifesto in Durban. The rally was at Moses Mabhida, while Mchunu's event was at the workshop, a park 1 kilometer or so away from the stadium. Mchunu and Xulu have denied the allegations. Xulu said he saw the video clip and had heard the rumors that he was the brains behind Mchunu, but had ignored the allegations because he was innocent. Addressing the party list conference a day after the manifesto, EFF leader Julius Malema said Mchunu was being used by the ANC, which the party has denied. Mchunu angrily denied the allegations, saying that he was not even prepared to entertain people who were talking nonsense. I do not have money, but as the president of Amabinqa, I asked for donations from people to donate sound systems and other things. I established the Amabinqa Foundation in order to empower them through education and arts, said Mchunu. Although Xulu denied his involvement, the Daily News can reveal that he was seen negotiating with police to allow Mchunu to continue with his event on February 10th at the workshop. The newspaper can also reveal that in the media briefing that was held by Mchunu the day before the event that coincided with EFF manifesto on February 10th, Xulu was present. MKP senior member Pumlani Mfeka, who is said to be the brain behind MKP support by traditional leaders, said he heard about Mchunu's relationship with the ANC, but it did not bother him since he did not regard Mchunu as a threat to the MKP. Mfeka, who is also the founder of INJIBS, an African nationalist socio-political group, said the difference between him and Mchunu was that he had physical contact with the traditional leaders while Mchunu organized things online. People do not attend Mchunu's event because they like him. It is because they like Maskandi music. I have held many meetings with traditional leaders without bringing any artists, said Mfeka. On the other hand, City built 18 houses in Inanda in 4 years. Durban, 4 years later, eThekwini municipality built 18 houses out of the 343 required for the 99 million rand housing project in Inanda, north of Durban. The slow pace of building has echoed residents who have been on the waiting list for years. In a report released by eThekwini Municipality's Human Settlements and Infrastructure Unit this week, it stated that contractor Gabisa Planning, SLB Engineering Consulting, headed the project and that it was approved for Stage 1 in November 2015 by the Human Settlements and Public Works MEC for an amount of 6,573,668 rand. The report stated that Spatial Planning and Land Use Management Act (SPLUMA) approval was granted on March 25, 2021. The approved layout plan has 343 residential sites, 2 worship sites, a community facility, and a school site. The housing typologies are 291 free standing houses and 52 double-story semi-detached row houses. The Urban Settlements Development Grant USDG Tranche 2 was 99,991,779.82 cents rand. For years, the city built only one house under this project. Last year, after being granted the deadline extension by 18 months, they built more houses, now totaling 18. The municipality outlined challenges of overcrowding, obstructions, and the storage of suitable land for housing development. According to the report, the municipality stated that the project was extremely dense with informal and substantial structures and excess beneficiaries. The servicing of sites was very slow due to the above-mentioned challenges. Some excess beneficiaries would be accommodated in the Namibia Phase 2 development, which was still at the planning stage where a high-density housing development approach would be explored. Approval for SPLUMA was expected in early 2025. The report said the planning department undertook the land identification process to accommodate the balance of the excess beneficiaries. The report said there was no suitable land available for housing development. Greenfield projects are multi-greater in Kaunubia at the planning stages were identified to accommodate the excess beneficiaries. Meanwhile, affected residents at the Namibia Stop 8 project in Inanda were concerned about their safety. They claimed to have been waiting for their houses since 2019. A resident, Ngizwe, said she lives with 9 family members in a mud house near the project area. We have been waiting for one house to be completed so that we can move in. I'm the only one who works manual job from time to time at home to sustain us, but it is very difficult. There are very few houses in this area, around 10 in total. We are afraid for our safety and the safety of the kids that play around the construction site. There is also an increasing number of snakes in the area as they are constantly digging at the site, Ngizwe said. Another resident, Thabo Kumalo, said he was concerned they had been left behind by the rest of the residents who were moved into other housing projects. The houses that we live in are in bad condition. We are concerned if we will ever be moved into the housing projects after it has taken so long to complete. There are also very few of us here and it is growing unsafe. The 18 houses that were built were broken in 2 as well, Kumalo said. DA Ward Councillor Zamani Kuzwayo said he and other ward councillors visited the area this week and they were unanimous in ruling that the project's completion was long overdue. We went for an overnight inspection and noted that only 18 houses were built, Kuzwayo said. There were gravel roads and the total number of houses to be built in the next 6 months is 285. Question is, after 25 million rand spent and only 18 houses later, will they be able to complete the project in time? None of our questions have been answered by the project managers, and the biggest question of what has been done by the total cost of 99 million for this project is unanswered, said Kuzwayo. And that's it from INJIBS Network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.